I've been reading a lot of the research on like human AI collaboration and talking to a bunch of the AI founders about what they're seeing. And I was pretty confident 2 years ago that the rise of generative AI meant that basically human creativity, collaboration, and empathy were going to be superpowers. And I was very wrong. In the last year, in many, many double-blind tests, AIs have outperformed humans on all of the soft skills that we think are important. So even if you're seeking emotional support by text, if it comes from an AI chatbot instead of a person, you feel more supported. Now, if we tell you it came from AI, you don't like it anymore. I don't know how long that's going to hold.
Right.
And by the way, like, this is not that AI, this is not to say that any generative AI tools have like empathy superpowers. It's more that just the average person is pretty bad at empathy, and so the bar is low. But even so, like, we see the same thing for creativity, which is there was a Shark Tank-style pitch competition where investors had to evaluate ideas, huge startup competition, thousands of ideas submitted. Of the top 40, 39 were AI generated.
Wow.
And these were judged by humans. And it's not hard to figure out why this is, right? AI tools have access to a very large store of human knowledge, and they can detect patterns around what we find novel and useful, which is what creativity is all about. Here's what's interesting, though. The most creative people are still better than AI tools. And so I think what may be happening is that we're going to see basically a stratification, where most people are going to outsource a lot of their idea generation to AI. And some very creative people are either going to refuse to do that, or they're going to start partnering with AI tools more directly. I think what that means is we all have to get better at idea judgment and selection, because we're gonna see that AI just is able to generate a lot more, a lot faster. And so where human ingenuity is really required is to figure out which of the ideas are really promising, which ones should we discard, and that might become the core skill of creativity.